Let's check the sample responses now.
The ICC announced a panel of 13 umpires and 3 match referees to officiate the tournament, including 4 female umpires, the highest number yet for an ICC event. The female umpires were drawn from the ICC's International Umpires Development Panel and their male colleagues from the International Umpires Panel. Richie Richardson is a member of the Elite Match Referees Panel.
England is a country that is part of the United Kingdom. It shares land borders with Scotland to the north and Wales to the west. The Irish Sea lies northwest of England and the Celtic Sea lies to the southwest. England is separated from continental Europe by the North Sea to the east and the English Channel to the south.
The Industrial Revolution began in Great Britain and most of the important technological innovations were British. Legal protections helped, such as courts protecting property rights. An entrepreneurial spirit and consumer revolution helped drive industrialization in Britain, which after 1800 was emulated in Belgium, the United States, and France.
The production of iron or steel is a process consisting of 2 main stages. In the first stage, pig iron is produced in a blast furnace. Alternatively, it may be directly reduced. In the second stage, pig iron is converted to wrought iron, steel, or cast iron.
As the historian points out, the vast amount of accurately drawn illustrations in this encyclopedia dwarf the amount provided in previous Chinese encyclopedias, making it a valuable written work in the history of Chinese literature. It is instead written in a style strongly suggestive of first-hand experience attributed to poverty and low standing.
In many jurisdictions, competition laws restrict monopolies. Holding a dominant position or monopoly in a market is often not illegal in itself, however certain categories of behavior can be considered abusive and therefore incur legal sanctions when business is dominant. A government-granted monopoly or legal monopoly, by contrast, is sanctioned by the state.
Regulation is generally defined as legislation imposed by a government on individuals and private sector firms in order to regulate and modify economic behaviors. Conflict can occur between public services and commercial procedures, the interests of the people using these services, and also the interests of those not directly involved in transactions.
Many prescriptions issued by health practitioners in Australia are covered by the Pharmaceutical Benefits Scheme, a scheme that provides subsidised prescription drugs to residents of Australia to ensure that all Australians have affordable and reliable access to a wide range of necessary medicines. When purchasing a drug under the PBS, the consumer pays no more than the patient co-payment contribution.
Water is important in many geological processes. Groundwater is present in most rocks, and the pressure of this groundwater affects patterns of faulting. Water in the mantle is responsible for the melt that produces volcanoes at subduction zones. On the surface of the Earth, water is important in both chemical and physical weathering processes.
Reasons for traveling include recreation, tourism or vacationing, research travel for the gathering of information, visiting people, volunteer travel for charity, migration to begin life somewhere else, religious pilgrimages and mission trips, business travel, trade, commuting, and other reasons, such as to obtain health care or waging or fleeing war or for the enjoyment of traveling.